Welcome back. I'm glad you stopped by again, and I'm hoping you have watched my first video I had shared in this channel. So today I'm sharing with you some of the things I love about Finland. If you know me very well, you know that I'm coming from Kenya and I am living with my 3 children and my husband in Finland at the moment. So today I'm going to show you some of the things that I love about Finland from a mother's perspective, sharing with you the things I have personally seen or gone through or everything. I've not been here for a long time, but I'm just going to share with you some of the things that I love being a mom in Finland, of course. So the first one, everyone deserves rest. So today we are starting randomly. So if you come in, we are in the sauna. Let's first start with this part. So I told you I'm a mom. Don't mind my umbrella. That's my Kenyan umbrella, by the way. So I'm going outside after this. So we start from here. We have the chair, mini benches, and then we have something like a table. I usually prefer to come with my kids and they'll be playing here as I use my sauna if they don't want to come with me, which is totally acceptable, and sometimes they prefer to come with me, but either way I come with my toys and they can play here, as they can also have their snack. Second of all, because I feel like this is very family friendly, so we come in and here is the bathroom. You can shower from there, and you still have these seats, and they are always kind enough, especially the apartments, to give us this for the water. Make sure to clean it up before you use it. And then if you're a mom, you know, or if you're a lover of this, you know, and I absolutely adore saunas, so this is something I really love. But if you're watching this, I am still trying to, so if you're a black woman, tell me how you cover your hair or take care of your hair while in the sauna. I really love to hear from you. So let's go and see the second part of the things I love about being in Finland as a mom. So guys, like I was telling you before, I'm sharing this from a mother's perspective, and we are all parents. Some are dog parents, like my friend here. I just met this kind lady. And that is the beautiful dog, and we are in the dog park in here, which is so massive. This is all for the dogs, and she is just telling me that if you are a dog owner in Finland, you walk with those things, something like this, and it has a bag in it, and in there, once your dog does the number 1 or number 2, which is the poop, you have to collect it and put it in the bin over there. How convenient is that? So this is another thing that I love about being here, and thank you so much for letting me know about this. And the whole of this park is managed by the I think the Vanta County or municipality. So that is my number 2 thing I love about being Finland. Let's go to, as a mom, and let's go now to number 3. That is the dog park, and it has like the 2 locks, the locker doors, which is very safe, and you come in there with your dogs, you have fun, you clean up your poop. Yeah, everyone needs to collect and clean up after themselves. You clean up your poop and stuff, and then you go home. Your dog has had the exercise of life. And yeah, like how thoughtful is that everyone has the ability to just enjoy doing something. So that's the dog park. Let's go to number 3. I am now in the forest, and one of the things again that I love about being in Finland as a mom is that I don't most of the time have time for the gym, and as a result I prefer to exercise in the natural environment. And in Finland you have this huge massive forest where you can just come, run, be yourself, have your thoughts. It's also very walking friendly, so if you're to come in with your pram and everything, it's very quiet. A lot of birds are jiggering, and I know that every mom enjoys some moments of quietness. So this is another thing that I love being a mom in Finland. And I'm also able to come with the boys. There are many rocks in here. The roads are very well mapped, if you can see that. They do cross country and skiing in this forest too. So these are some of the things I also love about Finland. And if you can see behind me, there's a sign here written there is no motorbikes or cars, if you see that. So it means when you're in here, you don't have to worry about your child having an accident from a car coming in or something. Like, as much as the roads are very big, like cars can pass through and motorbikes, but they are not allowed to do that, and people follow rules here. So that is really a number two thing that I love about being in Finland, the fact that people just, if you can see behind me, there are some ladies coming in and they are just walking, old ladies behind me there. So that is another thing that I love about being in Finland. And on the forest part, I'll show you some of the exercises, things that they set up in the forest for if you love weights, if you love running, jogging. You can do a lot of things in here. So let me show you the second part of the forest. How amazing is this? And we took a picture there once. Someone just made that. Look at that. The sun piercing through the trees. Ooh. I love everything nature. And you have like these random stones in the forest most of the time, which if your kids are like mine, they are going to enjoy all these parts. I'm so happy that I don't have to confine myself in the gym for exercise. There are people walking. The snow is starting to snow, so look at that. Look behind me. Like, if you have all this, I think you can still go to the gym if you want, but if it's me being a mom, I'd rather be in here with the boys, because when they're done climbing that hill, trust me, they're going to sleep. I know, right? I sound a little bit terrible, but yeah, sometimes the little ones, they take all your energy away, and it is super cold. So it's better to just, and Finns actually, they bring their, you know, like Kenyan moms, we're so protective of our little ones and we don't expose them to the cold, but here you dress them up in layers and layers of clothes, especially now in winter, and you're still able to come out with them and let them play and let them be. And this brings me to the other part of the video where I showed you that you can still come here and be you and do your exercise. And here you have this huge space of landscape where it's a staircase and people are running up and down, up and down, up and down, and you have like this open area here, and everyone is free to come here. It's very safe. Sometimes I come here even in the evening, late in the evening, but I'm still able to just stay out and be me. And this is what happens here. So if you can see, people climbing up and down to do their exercise and stay fit. The old, the young, the whatever age you are. So everyone is just free to become who they want to be in the openness of nature. And I really do love that about Finland. And here, my kids, yes, we sometimes run up and down and get them pumped on having their own exercises and just not eating and staying at home. So yes, and that really matters to me. Physical health is equal to mental health as well. So from a mother's perspective, again, I love this aspect of being a mom in Finland, and it's free of charge. I'm going to stop up a little bit and have a photo, because yes, I came out, and I mean, if you know where I come from, we do this. You have to leave evidence behind. Photo and then come back. On the next one is the public space for kids to play. And now I'm out here where you have the benches and you have the swings and you have the little thingy they can be climbing on as they play. And all this is all a public property where you basically can come and do anything you want with your kids any time of the day. It does not matter. And this is like within a homey setup where you're able to see your kids play from maybe from your window or something like that. And there are very many of these kind of activity areas for children, and I love this. And also they're thoughtful enough to put the litter bin, so it means when your kids eat something, you throw it out there so that the whole place remains as clean as possible. Yeah, so that's another part that I love about being in Finland as a mother, yes, of especially active boys. So this keeps them busy. Look at that. All of these, I don't know if you can see properly, but I hope I give you the idea of what I mean. Okay, let's some of the things that I love. Look at that. Machines everywhere. Not that they are not in other parts of the world, but I just adore seeing the cleaning up machines and stuff. They come to make the road clean and stuff. And how about the landscape? I don't know. It's just also beautiful. So another thing I like about being a mom in Finland is the fact that all these things within my home environment, if that makes sense. And to add on top of that, the other aspect I love about being in Finland as a mom is the fact that my kids go to school and they come back. My elder son is 8 and he goes to school and comes back by himself, and I don't have to worry about an accident happening, if they know the traffic rules and everything. I don't have to worry about an accident happening and all those weird stuff that parents will get worried about. And I know that in Finland they have well marked roads where you have like a pedestrian path, and the kids can go to school on a bicycle, on foot, on scooters. Funnily, I even see them go with motorbikes. Yeah, and I really love that about here, that children can just go to school in whatever thing they choose to go in, and no one finds it intimidating that your child went to school on a scooter or or I don't know whether they took a public transport, which yes, they do take even public transport if they have the transportation card or the bus ticket. And that is something I'm really so glad about. I do not have to pay for transport means for my son anymore to go to school and back. I am not worried about school fees to add on top of that, and my child is getting quality education in the school. Yeah, so I really love that about Finland. Another thing I love about Finland as a parent is that when the kids go to school, the type of meals that they are served in school are really meals that help them with their growth as children. And you know, children need enough nutrition because they do a lot of things and a lot is happening in their little bodies and everything. And I'm so glad that the Finnish system of education is set up in a way that the kids are given quality meals in school each and every day, including salmon soup. Like, I don't imagine that happening in my school. We used to have omena, but it was made in a Kenyan kind of way, yeah, which we did not quite like. But I like that the children here are having like wholesome meals that are able to supplement them in the nutrition, and it's food made to home standard. So I'm really loving that. And yeah, that is really something that we fail to look at as parents, on the nutritional value of the foods that our schools are serving our children. And I'm really glad that in Finland, being a parent, I don't have to worry about the nutrition my child is getting from the food in school, because the food here is provided for them in school. Like, they do not carry the food to school because the food is made and provided for them in school. I'm glad that children are able to go to school and learn and feed properly, and even if you're not home, you don't have to worry about, oh, I did not pack a nutritious lunch for my child, and are they going to be full when they eat this? And yeah, so I'm really glad about that, because it really means a lot. Yeah, guys, let's take a moment of silence to acknowledge the cold in this place. -10, so cold. And so yeah, as we talk about things I love, I also love the cold, but sometimes cold is too cold for me too, and sometimes I just want to, feel nice. I can't wait for summer, but I'm also still enjoying winter, because winter comes with a lot of many good things. Yeah. That's our bus, and the transport here is also so convenient that people use public means most of the time, and all these cars are just parked as people use the train and the buses. And that also is really nice, because global warming is very real. So save some fuel when you can. Let's all use a means of transport that sometimes can be convenient. Keep the cars for certain times use. Another thing I love about being in Finland as a mom is the Neuvola system, which is a system for pregnant women and mothers from the age of 0 to 7 years old. In this setup, I do not have to pay for my child's healthcare needs, like clinic and vaccinations and all that stuff, and all this is provided for me by the government or by the Neuvola system. And I am just so grateful that the quality of the service is very good standard. It's of very good standard. If I say a very good standard, I mean like Aga Khan standard if you come from Nairobi. That surprised me about the Neuvola system is the fact that the quality of the service that is provided. They even do physical evaluation and color recognition for the children and their balance, mobility, and just all that stuff. And the nurse is well informed enough to advise you on areas that the child needs help with, like, is it speech, is it physical development, is it all that. And I'm really just so happy as a mom being in Finland. Finns love their coffee, and so do I. As a mom, you need as many of these as you can. You just pump yourself with caffeine and you're good to go for days. And what a better accompaniment than have your cinnamon bun. This is really nice. When you come like this, I don't know who you are, but we need to talk. Yeah, so you need as much coffee as you can. Being a mom, especially someone like me, 3 calls for many coffees as you can. Every mom needs coffee.